Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be sharing a review on the trade that I took the past week. Sit back and watch to the end.
Here are the reviews of some of the trade I took this week. Um, this trade was analyzed. This is USD one of my pair that I trade. I have two pairs I really focus on. Although I have like four pairs I have on my watch list, but I focus mainly on two. I only look at the remaining two when I see any very reasonable setup, and maybe if I'm not having setup on gold and USD And so USD the previous week I did this analysis. I did this analysis and to buy USD my bias was because there was you could see this is liquidity, this is fair value gap, this also was my entry point, and so analyze. I took this trade, and when I took this trade, price moved in my favor, came back, took me out on stop loss, and I think that was the trade I took last week. So by the end of the week, which was on Friday, I came to the chart and looked at it. That price moved took out this high, which was a clear break of structure, came back, and as it was coming back, price was just tailing around this place. It was tailing around somewhere here. And so when I saw it, I knew that okay, it was telling okay, price has already tapped this origin and was still staring somewhere here. He pushed up, tapped, mitigated this order, and start trying to come back. And so as a result, I already saw this change of character. Here it is on 15 minutes. I already saw this change of character. I saw this change of character, and when I saw this change of character, I mapped out my origin here with the other block that price is going to come to. And so I had this in mind, and I was also having okay, there's also one other block at it down, because at this down that also that I felt that price may come to that but because looking at this split, I was seeing a change of character in 15 minutes. But when I went to 1 hour time frame, I saw that it wasn't a clear change of character. It just looked like a retracement to take the high. So that was why I was having this as a second bias. And so when market opened on Sunday morning, I was awake and I allowed a spread to die off. And so when the spread died off, this price tapped this place and started pushing back. When it started pushing back, I looked at it that okay, it may not come back again. So I took an entry here at 0.7876, and my stop loss was just 0.7852. That was my stop loss. No, 55. Yes, 55. That was my stop loss. And so I took it on my one of my accounts, and I was about taking it on my prop account, and so I looked at it and no, that I won't be able to manage it over the night, so I just left it, took this position. So when I woke up in the morning by London session, I saw there was already another break of structure. So I was already running in profits on that trade that I was in. So I saw that there was already a break of structure, and knowing that there was already a break of structure, I knew that um, London opened, the price is going to do a retracement back to this other block, and that was how I positioned back to this other block. This was the other block I actually targeted, and so that was how I opened. I set an order here, which your price. Remember, price. My order was 0.7891. That was my order. Price came here, and my stop loss was 83. 0.78 683. So this was my stop loss. So price came, activated activated my order. After activating, put me in little profit, push down to just come and tap this zone. Of course, at the first time I wasn't paying attention to this zone because price already mitigated that zone. Price already mitigated it, so I didn't pay attention to it. But if you see what happened on a higher time frame, you know that that was just a clear of liquidity to come and hunt stop loss. And so after that, price made up his way up. And now this is one interesting thing about this trade. Um, on that very day, I took this trade. So this position I was in at the opening of the session, I put it on break even, and then I now added position. So when I added position, there was this zone here that an other block that I knew that price has not mitigated, that price could react off it, which was this place. And so my TP, I have quite a lot of position open, and my TP was at this zone. I always use supply and demand zone as my take profit. And so when price came to this zone, I closed almost all of my profit because I was already running 3% in my account. So I closed majority of my profit, but leaving only one position open and targeting this high as this high, this previous high, which was 0.7960, targeting this high as my take profit. And so I just went to do something else. The next thing I could just come back, but after closing majority of my position, I left those other position. I just put it little profit, and one of the position that I opened during the early Asian hour, which was already running 70 something pip in profit, and one of the position I opened here. And that was on my proper account. So when I came, I saw this massive push price in just a moment. The last time I saw this market was this on this place. Price came with this massive spike, took my stop loss out. But I was really grateful because I was not greedy, because I've closed about 2 point something percent, about 2.2% of that 3% profit. I've closed it. And so that was that for this very trade. And the next day, after that, I left the market. I was not there. And so the next day, I came to the market. I saw this was the last break of structure, and this looked like this. This was the last break of structure, and this was really a change of character. And now I was having this zone. I was having this zone. Price was coming back. I had this zone in mind. I had this zone in mind where price is going to be. So on a normal day, I like the extreme, but this is like POI 1 and POI 2. And so I waited to see if price can come to this place for me to take this trade. And so, but when I came, I saw that price came, tested this zone, and dished out another break of structure. So after the test of this zone, price going up, that was how I got in. I knew that it is not going to come and test this zone again. So I got in on this trade, my stop loss simply here, and targeting this place as my take profit. But when price got to this zone, it was already coming towards end of New York. And so when price was as approaching when price approached this zone, I saw this spike. And so that was how I closed my position. And price did knowing that anything that will make price to do a retracement is coming back to this very zone, and I'm not ready to give back my profit just because of less than 10 people. And so I closed my trade. I think my trade that day I was running like 2%. I closed my trade, and price did this retracement. So after that, I was done for the week. I wasn't ready to pick any other trade again because I only have 3 tradable days. And prior to that, the previous week, I was in a drawdown. And so one of the rule of trading is you make money, you keep the money, and you make money. So I was okay with what I made for the week. by Tuesday I was already okay. And now look at what happened. If I were to, because I was seeing lots of position to take trade and all of that, and then let's look at the analysis. Looking at the analysis, you see price really came to hit that approaching TP3. Yeah, and this was TP1, TP2 already taken out from my previous week analysis. Price is already running on the zone. So this was how the week was for me. And I also did an analysis also on gold. Gold is one of my favorite pair. On this gold, as at that Monday, okay, Monday, Tuesday, I did this analysis. But because I was already on USD CHF, this was my previous analysis of gold. This was my previous analysis, and price already tested the zone. And after that, on the lower time frame, it did start the change of character, which was this. Even in high 1 hour, there was a change of, there was, this was the last break of structure. This was the last break of structure to the downside. This was the last break of structure to the downside. And looking at this place, there was a change of character. Price came to test this, they took at this high. There was a change of character. And so I I saw the need that price will come and test either this zone or this zone. So that was my bias. But because I was already in, fully in on USD CHF, I couldn't take gold trade. I like focusing on one at a time. If after analysis that my USD CHF, I'm seeing a good entry on gold, I go on gold. If I spot entry on USD CHF first, I go in on USD CHF. So I didn't take this trade. So, but the next day, price moved in favor, like 200 and something people came, took the eye. The next day, price came to test this zone. So when I saw price coming to take this zone, I knew that okay, that there's going to be a retracement. There's going to be a retracement down to this supply, this other block, before there's going to be a push on. And so that was how I took an entry right on this place. And this was my stop loss. This trade really tried my patience. I won't lie you. For some time now, I've been having some funny experience with gold, being in gold, maybe moving in my favor for like a good amount of people, maybe 200 and something people, 100 people, and it will come back to stop loss. So that day I just lock in. I took the trade. Price moved like 200 and something people, went back again to this entry, just a little to take out the stop loss. Price moved, okay, price moved back, and so it started going down again. When it came down at this place, I closed my TP1 and I left the remaining one to run. And so price moved down, and just early before the opening of London, TP was taken out, and that was just the trade I had this week. Now, these are the trade I had this week. I felt I should just have a review of it. Please like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bell. See you in the next video. God bless you.